We live in a new age of basketball, one where the limit of your range is almost as important as the height of your bounce. With this comes the rise of new prospects, players who have molded their games after the likes of guys like Stephen Curry. So now enter Trae Young, the 6'2" point guard from Oklahoma University. As of the making of this video, he's currently dropping 25 points a game, along with 9 assists. This includes setting an OU freshman scoring record of 33 points against Portland in the PK80 tournament. And he's doing all this while shooting a 40% clip from behind the three-point line. All of this is why I have reason to believe that Trae Young has the potential to be a star in college basketball this season, and then possibly the NBA after that. As we break down this game, the first thing that stands out to you is definitely his range. The guy has the green light from just inside the half-court logo anytime he touches the ball. If you've watched any of Oklahoma's games this year, you'll notice that he will shoot that thing from super deep, like NBA range and beyond. No hesitation, and really, it seems like it's part of their offense. But what impressed me the most about his three-point shooting was not that he was making these shots from this deep, but the way he was getting his shots. He wasn't just shooting these off the catch like you see most great shooters. A lot of these were coming off the dribble, which is why I immediately had the Stephen Curry comparison. Now obviously I'm not saying that he's on Stephen Curry's level, because no one in the world is when it comes to shooting. But we are getting to the point now where some prospects are starting to mold their games after the likes of Stephen Curry and his play style, because they've kind of grown up watching him more than prospects in previous years. So that alone made Trae Young a very intriguing prospect to watch, and I think that he's going to become a lot more well known as the season goes on, because the way he's shooting the ball right now and the way he's scoring is not going to go under the radar all season long, especially not if he keeps dropping 25 a game. Now, as I mentioned, he's also currently dropping 9 assists a game. That's extremely impressive for someone who's in charge of such an offensive workload. If you watch any of Oklahoma's games, you'll immediately see that he's the main ball handler, and oftentimes he's the one creating shots for himself and others. And you don't just get that many assists per game on accident. He's very good at setting up his teammates. You'll see him a lot of times drive and throw up the lob, which is a really advanced play that you don't see a lot of freshman point guards making this early in the year. But he's always looking up court. You'll see him a lot of times advance the ball quickly. That's some traits that we've seen from guys like Lonzo Ball, who look up court, look for those long outlet passes, and those are major keys in today's game, because it's all about the pace and how quick you can play. I believe as the season goes on, these passing abilities are going to be a major key for him, because defenses are going to start keying in on Trae Young, and he's not going to be able to get those looks that he's gotten early in the year as often. As far as the defensive end goes, he actually is not a bad defensive player. I've seen him get a lot of key steals in the past couple games that I've watched from him. I've seen him play some pretty good on-ball defense. It doesn't seem like he's one of those types of players that reserves himself for the offensive end. Like, it seems like he gives a good amount of energy on both ends, which is always good to see, especially from a young player. Now, as far as weaknesses go, he does have a few concerns, mainly with his decision making on offense. He does take a lot of bad shots. He does over dribble a lot, and that's part of that mixtape era that's coming up, you know, that is always hunting for the big play. So he does take a lot of questionable shots, and if you watch an Oklahoma game, you'll notice that he'll pull some shots from deep. I mean, I'm talking some LaMelo Ball type shots. Like, he'll pull it from right inside the half court line, and he'll make a few, but some of them are really questionable, and they come at bad times during the game that can hurt his team. So I think as the year goes on, that's going to be one thing that he'll have to definitely fix in order to lead Oklahoma deep in the tournament and to really solidify himself as a prospect at the next level. Now, as we talk about him at the next level, you have to understand that right now he's not high on a lot of draft boards. That's going to change. I can promise you that right now. I think by the end of the year, he'll be a first-round pick projected, maybe a lottery pick depending on how well Oklahoma does in the tournament. I've already seen that a lot of draft experts are starting to look at him closer after the way he's played in this PK80 tournament and these early games for Oklahoma. People were not expecting him to play this well at this level with his play style, which is that three-point shooting, lots of handles into three-point shots, and setting up teammates type things. I also think that he's finished better at the rim than scouts originally thought he would. He's actually a pretty good finisher. He can finish with either hand, and he has a lot of good floaters, especially from right inside the paint, that will translate really well to the next level. Of course, once he gets to that next level, I think he has the tools that can make him a great player in the NBA. Honestly, he has that scoring mentality that you need a point guard to have. He's not really undersized. He's 6'2", maybe 6'3". And he's got the handles. He's got the range, which is the most important thing for a guard in the NBA. He's very good at creating a shot for himself and creating shots for others. And he's a very emotional player, and that's something that you see a lot of the star guards in the NBA have in their arsenals right now. So he has all the tools. The question is, can he cut out the questionable decisions? Can he cut out the mistakes and the mental errors? And I think all of that comes with experience and will be adjusted by the time the NBA draft rolls around. In the end, I think Trae Young's a great prospect. I think he's going to be one of the most exciting players to watch in college basketball this year, and I look forward to seeing exactly what he can turn himself into. Now, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. I appreciate all your support. I want to remind you to drop a like, leave feedback in the comment section below, and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on post notifications so you don't miss any new content. Again, thank you for watching. I love all y'all. But I don't want to take any more time out of your day. God bless.